Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Now, looking at the title and the thumbnail, you might think this is more of a lighthearted video, but it's honestly not. This is a serious topic. When we're talking about silver stacking, we're talking about a strategy to become the most successful, have the most profitable stack. And when we talk about overspending, not budgeting properly, stack is out of balance, those things are key factors that can destroy our stack, can destroy our success. And that all stems from addiction. I know in the beginning how addicting silver can be. Right, we just found some new thing. We watch all these YouTube videos and we don't have much silver, so we want to get a lot of it right now, especially because a lot of people are saying that the price is going to be rising exponentially pretty soon. So I get it, especially watching all the unboxing videos, how just the feel of watching all those unboxing videos makes you want to do that as well, and that causes you to overspend, maybe spending 75% of your paycheck when you should only be spending 15 at most. And this is the thing. There's a lot to talk about in this video because I've been there. I remember as a new stacker, literally spending 60% of my paycheck on silver and then having to struggle the rest of the month just to make ends meet. But I didn't care because I wanted my silver. That was my main priority. Now, as an investor, you will quickly learn your priorities will shift not only as you get older, but as you become a more experienced stacker. Before you even get into silver stacking, you have to have money saved up in the bank. Why Silver Slayer? But silver is money. Right, it is money, but it's not the most liquidable money. If your car breaks down, if your rent is due, if you have a medical bill, you're not going to pay that in silver. That's not the world we live in. That's not realistic. So, yes, transferring your fiat money into precious metals is key, but you still need money in your bank to be able to survive, to be able to bring food, water, and shelter to the plate. You get what I'm saying? So, yes, silver stacking can be extremely helpful, but you have to have money stacked up in the bank for not only emergency situations, but your everyday lifestyle. So I look at silver as more of a preservation. When you are stacking, patience, balance, and budgeting are the three most important words. And it's funny because in my last video I was talking about three important words, which was fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And those were the negative words, and now the three positive words are patience, balancing, and budgeting. You have to have patience, especially with precious metals. It's a much slower investment. It's not very fast-paced. It's a hedge against inflation. You're basically stacking against time, because over time the dollar loses its value. Over time, precious metals rise in value. So you're kind of just trying to beat the clock, and that's really how it goes. Cryptocurrency, much faster paced investment. Real estate, times change, neighborhoods change, economy changes, housing markets change, property value changes. That's very quick paced. So stock markets, companies ever changing, the new Apple iPhone that comes out every year, all these different new tech companies with electric vehicles, pretty fast paced. Gold and silver, nothing's really changing with it. I mean, the uses for silver's industrial use, but besides that, it pretty much just goes up and down in value from how much supply and demand comes out, but that depends upon it's not meant to be a quick flip, It's not meant to be a quick get rich quick scheme, Talk about stock market millionaires, etc. Precious metals is more about retirement. You're putting your money in a time capsule because over time that the amount of okay, for example, you put $10,000 in a bank account and then put another $10,000 into precious metals. So you have $20,000 total, split it down the middle. $10,000 in your bank account in 10-15 years will have drastically gone down in purchasing power. Which you could buy today with that $10,000-$15,000 would be much different than in 10-15 years from now. But the precious metals will not only hold its value, but the coins will appreciate in value as well. So You're literally like putting your money in a time capsule as the dollar loses its value. And that's the point of investing in precious metals. I mean, yes, there's different reasons, there's different motives, right? Some people stack for SHTF survival prepper, and they're talking about a much sooner time frame of they would have to use their silver to barter with it, as the times are coming near or the end is near from their perspective, or people that just simply like coin collecting, right? We can go from the from the minimalist to the extremist. Someone who just likes just like the history of coins, likes collecting coins for their own sake, probably won't even sell their silver. And then there's some people that have a little bit of both, right? They do see the economy heading in a bad place, so they want to protect themselves, financially. But like, this is where I am. This is completely me, right? I got into silver for the more of a SHT. Well, actually, no. As a kid, I got in from a collecting hobby, going metal detecting, hunting with my grandpa. But then, as I learned about the economy, investing, I wanted to take control because I didn't trust banks or governments. And then I got into precious metals, and and that kind of got me into Bitcoin a little bit. But precious metals has been my core foundation. But as time goes on, yes, I don't trust banks and governments. I want to be in complete control of my money. But I also do really enjoy a lot of these coins. I just busted out the 2016 PF70 Ultra Cameo Moon Festival Panda, mintage of only 5,000. Right, I was looking at that thing today. That is by far my favorite coin ever. It was my profile picture for years on this channel. It's the most beautiful coin. In my opinion, that coin is the best silver coin ever made and will ever be made. I don't know why, but that coin has something extremely special to it. And I will never sell that coin. I am in love with that coin. I don't know why. It's just that coin I know has a huge, huge, huge future ahead of itself. Only 5,000 of those are made. I need to stop rambling. That's a whole different video. And that's the addiction part. What I'm just saying right now, you see how I just went into a whole different obsessive mode? That's the addictive part of precious metals. And that can be good at some points, but not always. Sometimes that can be dangerous. That's where impulse buying and panic selling come into play. Because like in my last video, right? In my last video, I was talking about emotions. You can't invest off of emotions. There's so many ways to get trapped, to get distracted, to become emotionally attached, biased opinions, closed-minded, only viewing things in your perspective, trying to move the markets with your, with your soul itself, your self-will, and that is so dangerous. Because then you're missing the whole point, you're missing the stats, you're missing what's happening in front of you, because you're blinded to your own perspective of the markets. And then you can't really adjust realistically or accordingly because you're going off of how you think things should be instead of how they really are. And the same thing happens when you're addicted to silver or when you're obsessing over it. You got to sometimes take a step back and say, hey, I've been spending too much this month. I need to cut it back. Or maybe I've been spending too much on premium coins and I need to start balancing my stack more with just some low cost bullion, right? Lowering my dollar per ounce average, just need to buckle down and start getting some more ounces because I'm spending too much on these coins. Or maybe vice versa, right? Maybe you need to protect yourself against spot price. You need to start diversifying out. Or, whatever the case is, patience, balance, and budgeting. So set a limit. Maybe only spend $300 a month on silver, or whatever your case is. See, everyone has different financial situations, lives in different parts of the world, has different goals, different exit strategies, different buying strategies, likes different types of silver, has less or more silver than one another. So I can't tell you what number, I can't tell you what number should work for you. You have to be able to gauge that on your own, right? I can share mine. Right now, since I have a newborn baby, basically, I'm only spending around $500 a month on silver. And I say only. That's not a little number, right? I'm not trying to downsize that, but coming from at one point where I would spend several $1,000s a month on silver, right now I spend around $500 a month on silver, and that's realistic for me because I have a 4-month-old daughter. And I need to be responsible. Now, I could spend $2,000-3,000 a month on silver, but that wouldn't be responsible. Just because you can buy something doesn't mean you can afford to buy it. You got to balance, right? And and this is something that I talk about in my videos. You'll see in my unboxing coming up. I'm buying specific types of silver right now to balance my stack back out, and then looking forwards, whatever happens with the 2020 presidential election, the outcome, the results of that, the consequences, whatever happens to the silver price, then I will adjust and start buying a different type of silver depending on upon what happens. And that's adjusting with the markets. See, if you, when you're closed-minded, when you're blind, when you're investing off emotions, you can't see any of that. You can't tell how the markets are shifting and what to do to change your stacking strategy to make it profitable. You're stuck in your ways and you're missing the whole picture. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you thought this video was educational, informational, or at least just entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. Check out my last video I posted earlier today. You don't want to miss it. Also, stay tuned for some more unboxings. If you missed my unboxing yesterday, go check it out. It was from AppMex. I got some cool stuff. Anyways, smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. This was Silver Slayer. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Peace.